Okay, we got keys now, and I opened up the property. You can see it's pretty well, nice little door. It's a two-story. Immediately to the left, we have access to a bath, which looks like a little half bath. This is a nice feature. So, just a basic little half bath here. Kind of gives you an idea of what you're looking at. Just a toilet and a sink. But I like it. It's really cute cabinetry, really good paint. Leads into the master bath, which is, this is a feature I really like in properties. In fact, this is a really good way to, so technically this is actually just considered a one bath, or I'm sorry, this is a solid bath, but you can break it off in that way. Since your master suite is downstairs, you have access to your bath and private access in case people are going to borrow it. So if you have company or something like that. This is a good size room here. Leads into, of course, the master bedroom, which is very, very cute actually. It's got some really good space. You can see as I'm going over here, it's got access to the backyard. You know, nice storage here. I'm going to flip the camera over so you can get a better look at everything. Okay, you can see it's got, you know, quite a bit of space here. Nice ceiling fan. The colors are nice too. I like the way they painted the house. Looks like you have access to a really big closet, which of course I'm sure your wife would enjoy. Let's see. There we go. So it's got a good sized closet in there. Just one, so you know, we'd have to share, but it's good enough size so people can really get their stuff in there. And of course, you're seeing this room with a king-size bed in it, so that's pretty nice. Okay, so as I said earlier, there's a front door. Come in, look to the right, there's some stairs going up. Property opens up to the living room, and of course the master bedroom, which is right over here. This is a desirable suite because a lot of times people like to have the master downstairs in case you get a little bit older and later down the road you get trouble getting up and down the stairs. So it's nice to be on the ground floor and have your kids upstairs out of the way, and plus more of an adult space. This is a really cool little house actually. You know, I love the paint. The space is really nice. It's not gigantic, but you know, it's got a really nice, comfortable living area. It's well designed, so you have plenty of family space and everything. Depends on how big your family is, but I didn't think there were too many concerns with that. Nice little area there, cute little bar. A little too early to look into that, but we'll kind of see here. A little backyard. Again, kind of gives you an idea of the size. Pretty decent size. The nice thing is it's on a corner. Some people don't like corners. Personally, I do because it gives you more space and less neighbors. So you got one fence with it, as you can see right here, your property line ends there. So that way you have one space with the other house and then another one behind you, but there's enough space here, so and it's not facing exactly the side of the house people hang out on, so it's a little bit more usable. I would say I like the house. I mean, it's I can care less for these cabinets. You know, there's always something to be nitpicky about. You know, this is the number one thing people should invest money in when they're selling their home is for some granite countertops. I know a really great place in town. You can get those done for under a couple grand, up to 50 feet. So that's a pretty interesting deal. I got mine done at the other house for like $1,700, and it makes a huge difference when it comes time to sell because people like to see those modern countertops. Personally, I think the kitchen in here is a little small, a little dated. You can see this is old style 70s stuff, but this will actually come up. I mean, if you wanted to work on the kitchen at some point, you can actually get a little bit of space there because it's got that drop ceiling in there, and get a little bit more headroom out of it. And then, of course, I think the kitchen design is actually pretty good. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's not exactly gigantic, but it's got space, and with a little remodeling, actually, it could be quite nice. In fact, just put a new countertop on it. Maybe the cabinets can be salvageable. They're wood, so they're not that garbage particle board stuff. At least not all of it. Looks like it's got some parts particle board, but you know, these are a little bit older, so they're a little bit better made. Close this up here. It's not gigantic, but you know, again, it's pretty spacious. Depends on how you like to live and how much space you got to take advantage of. Inside the kitchen, you have your washer and dryer area. That's pretty decent. Let's see if we can get some lights in here. Much better. So again, you can see they've kind of got their wash and dry off on one side here, which is a good little setup there, I think. I like it. Probably work on that shelving in a little bit. Here's the garage. Very well done. Looks like it's finished, which is good. It's got a little storage space back here, a little bit more room. Back here you have your air conditioning unit, which looks pretty new, or pretty decent. Of course, I'm not a AC guy, so when we do the actual inspection, that's stuff that they want to run through real quick and make sure we're protected on. You know, I always work with a home warranty on there. There's issues now with the refrigerant, so hopefully they've got switched over to the new refrigerant, because it costs a lot of money to get that refrigerant done now. And home warranty shields don't cover those anymore. We'll talk about that later. I like the garage. You know, I think the house is pretty fabulous. Definitely worth taking a look at here. Okay, so like I said, the only drawback is a little bit smaller. Let's go outside before we go upstairs. Okay, so outside. Pretty good sized yard. Remember, we're shooting for 1/4 acre or better. And to me, this would give me enough room for my dogs. A little place to barbecue. I like the openness of it so the kids can come out here and play. It's got a little garden area stoned off here, which you can easily convert back into a yard if you wanted to. Then the city of San Antonio offers programs to help limit the yard and turn it into a more water-friendly yardscaping. So they give you a couple $100 of rebates to do stuff with. You know, ultimately, I like it. It's pretty. You know, the trees aren't overgrown. They're oak, which is important. You want to get a good solid oak tree. Here's an interesting tree too. These are all hardwoods, so they tend to be sturdier. And yes, you'll need to do some trimming. You know, but nothing is built up on the house. You know, so you know, that helps out. And you know, these are hardwood trees, so you know they tend to last longer. Except for this one. This one, I'm not sure if that's a sycamore or not. Those I tend to have problems with. I don't really care much for them, because they tend to break down over time. They're fast growing trees, so they look pretty and they get fast, big real quick, but unfortunately they also tend to shed their limbs quicker and have major structural issues as far as when they break, they break. Okay, let me stop this video and we'll do a new one for upstairs.